Hello, everyone, with another episode regarding the state sponsorship updates for this month. Uh, Things have been quite slow towards specifically towards these state sponsorship applications. We were assuming and predicted that Victoria will start inviting people, which they haven't done it so far. So most likely this would be this week or next week, whereas there are more chances that 189 invites would be this month, which were expected to be in Feb. But again, I think department is I believe that this would be the last invitation rounds for 189 for offshore and onshore, and they would be inviting rest of the quota which is left. So as per our calculation, there are somewhere around 8,100 and 8,200. Somewhere around there, the seats are available specifically for 189, whereas states have their own quota and they would be inviting as per their schedule, like whether it's going to be monthly or uh, quarterly or bi-monthly, depends on how much quota is left for the states. So let's take a quick break. After the break, we'll discuss about Victoria first, and then Western Australia, and then some other states, how they are approaching toward the state sponsorship applications, and some exciting news about the temporary visa holders who are on a 408 and 485. So let's take a break and we'll be right back after that. थर्ड नंबर पे जो मेरे पास है वो है अर्ली चाइल्डहुड टीचर्स. सो अगर आप अर्ली चाइल्डहुड टीचिंग करना चाहते हैं या टीचिंग शोबे से आपका इंटरेस्ट है, तो मैं सबसे पहले आपसे कहूँगा कि आप बिना सोचे समझे या बिना किसी और फर्दर सलाह लेते हुए इस कोर्स को लें. इस कोर्स का प्रोस्पेक्ट बहुत अच्छा है, करियर वाइज भी और ऑस्ट्रेलियन परमानेंट रेसिडेंसी वाइज भी. कोर्स की रिक्वायरमेंट ये है कि आपने 6.5 नो लेस देन 7 आइल्स में लेना है. अगर आप पीटी करना चाह रहे हैं तो 65 ओवरऑल, नो देन लेस देन 58. इसमें आपका एडमिशन होगा. आगे चल के ऑब्वियसली आपने वंस यू फिनिश द कोर्स यू हैव टू गेट आइल्स एकेडमिक, और वो थोड़ा टफ है. लेकिन अगर आपने 4 साल ऑस्ट्रेलिया में पढ़ा है, इधर बैचलर्स और 4 साल हायर एजुकेशन पढ़ा है, तो आपको बाद में आइल्स एकेडमिक देने की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, क्योंकि वो वेव ऑफ हो जाती है. All right, welcome back. So let's talk about Victoria. So Victoria yet to give the state nominations for the month of Feb. So they would be more likely would be inviting for March round. They have good amount of quota left. I believe somewhere around 2,000 to 3,000, which is a massive quota for, in a sense that they do have quite a good split for 190 and 491. So let's hope those who are waiting specifically for last 2-3 months, they would be invited. Whereas lots of applications which we have already launched, they all are getting approvals, and now it's time to launch the visa applications for them. So another exciting days. Hopefully next 1 or 2 weeks we would able to give more insight about the Victorian round and how much points they have invited to which occupations. Let's talk now about the Western Australia. So Western Australia, as per their promise, they have run the March round last week, and they have invited lots of applicants, especially graduate entries, Schedule 2 entries, and the minimum point requirement was 65. So we have got a couple of community workers who have got only on 65 points, which is a very wonderful news, and they most have got 190 invitations on a graduate entry, where lots of 491s are there. So you can imagine things are going pretty good with Western Australia, and they still have lots of quota left. So I believe they will keep continue inviting until few more months. And I believe once the quota is there, because last time what happened, they have taken additional quota from the state government as well, and they started inviting. So that can be the case for other states as well. So I'm seeing very good prospect for next 2-3 months, especially for the Australian immigration, to get more invites, more applications being processed, and I hope that 189 round, which would be hopefully happening this March, will make a good impact on the state applications, because once they would be competing with 189, they would more likely would be getting to lodge 190s and 491s during the process where there is no 189 invites are coming. So good news for those. Uh, we'll take few questions and then we'll go to other states. So let's take the first question. So Ramesh is asking, Anil sir, please let me know what is the current processing time for 190 visa offshore I have applied. All right, thank you so much, Ramesh, for the question. As I said in my last couple of lives as well, it can be from 3 months to 6 months. So the process, we have seen lots of 190 invites getting within 3 months time as well, but it depends from the processing team and where exactly your application are. But from 3 months to 6 months, I'm pretty much very sure that the processing would happen and there would be a decision happening within this 3 to 6 months time. Let's go to the next question. Right, Furkan has also have asked for the duration of the phone 189 grant. So generally, as I said, it can be from 3 months to 6 months. It's pretty much the same for 189 and 190. 190 might be quicker because that's a state sponsorship. So generally, departments do prioritize the state, but 189 is also not too much behind. 3 to 6 months is the process now. Since it's 5 months, so hopefully in next 1 month's time, Furkan, you might able to crack it as well. So let's hope. But grants are coming, so it's not that it's not coming. So I believe that they will more expedite. Uh, Whereas more the since we are closer to the financial year, we will be seeing for the before this financial year. Let's go to the next question. So Awais Nawaz is asking, I've received a 190 for Western Australian taxation account. I haven't received my assessment yet. Is that going to be a problem? I think you have got a pre-invite. So if you've got a pre-invite, then Western Australia may wait for the assessment. So once they send you a request, you can obviously counter request them to wait for the assessment to be happen. But I believe that hopefully once you have the positive outcome, you can straight away submit to Western Australia, or you just need to update the EUI. That's where Western Australia checks all the information. So keep an eye on your EUI and see how things go. Let's go to the next one. So Umar is asking, hi Anil, what state or territories have high demand for internal auditor? Now, Umar, at the moment, internal auditors are not in very high demand. I believe South Australia having internal auditor in their list, so most likely they may invite. Victoria also has a whole 600, 700 occupation under their list of internal auditor also can be invited to Victoria. But other states, unfortunately, New South Wales, chances are very less because they don't prioritizing any accountants or internal auditors. Whereas you can still apply New South Wales because few of the 491 application they are still taking auditors but not accountants. So yes, so South Australia, Victoria first two, and then it's gonna be New South Wales, and Queensland obviously not taking any offshore. So yeah, so these three states. Let's go for next question. Someone asking any prediction for another round for Victor 190 and 189. Yes, I believe, as I said initially in my live, it's going to be March because we were expecting in Feb, but it didn't happen. So most likely it would be March. So this week or next week, and they have to because they don't have any other option to extend or prolong this round to next month. So highly likely chances March would be the Victorian invitation round. Let's go to the next question. Mushtaba Isan asking submit US for subclass 491 for states of Western Australia, South Australian electronics in the occupation with 70, 55 plus 15 point. Still, Mushtaba, state rounds are happening, Western Australia and South Australia. So I believe South Australia would be the state which will invite you earlier compared to Western Australia. Western Australia those who are offshore, they are pre-inviting slowly comparatively those who are onshore. But again, chances are there. I think still you need to wait another 1 or 2 months. Western Australia round has already gone, so next month, initial first 2 weeks of April, you need to wait. Whereas South Australia may invite you anytime. So let's hope 1 to 3 months. That's what my uh, you know assessment would be. But again, I'm not the Department of Home Affairs or any state. But again, that's what my experience says: 1 to 3 months. Let's go to the next question. All right, before taking a question, let's take a quick break. Everyone, take a sip, have a tea or something. We'll take more questions. I have getting heaps of questions. I'll answer each and every one. And if you have any friends whom you want to tag, I'm more than happy to answer their questions as well. Let's take a quick break. After the break, we'll take another next question. Hello everyone. I'll be talking today about the new NATI updates came on 9th August 2022. All NATI CCL tests which has been given after 9th August 2022 will have an expiry of 5 years, whereas those who have done the test prior to 9th August 2022 will have an expiry of 3 years. Thank you. All right, welcome back, viewers. Let's take the next question. So Sid is asking for state nomination 190, chemical engineer with 10 years of experience, age 32. Any possibility with us? Definitely Sid. I believe 190 would be an ideal because we today got one approval for chemical engineering on 75 points. Though he's onshore, but offshore Victoria would also consider. So I believe IELTS is not very important. If you have 70 to 65 points, still they may consider you. So Victoria would be an ideal. If you need any help, you can contact my team. We are more than happy to lodge your EO and ROIs for Victoria. New South Wales would be another option in Western Australia. So these three you can lodge an EOIs and wait. But for Victoria, you need to lodge an ROI. So you need to make sure that you don't miss that point. Let's go to the next one. All right, Bilal is asking what are the benefits 491-190 visa for employees like medical, children, school fee. Okay. So Bilal, 491 and 190 both are state sponsorship applications, and you're talking about the post grant benefits. So 190, as you know, it's a direct permanent residency, not provisional. So generally, you get the Medicare. You're also able to get the mortgages to buy your home. You also would be getting subsidized fees on your education if you want to do an higher education to different universities, whereas your children fee would be all free. So whatever the domestic students are paying, like the local students Australians are paying, you would be paying pretty much the same. So whatever the 200 300 out of the pocket fee that you need to pay. Whereas for 491, you'll get a Medicare, you get the home loan, mortgages, and all, but you might not be able to get the subsidized fee for yourself to pay to the universities. If you want to study, you need to wait for 191 to be granted. And for 190, there is another benefit that after 2 years of 190, you would able to start getting the social benefits from Centrelink and all for your children, those who are going in early childhood or childcare. Whereas 491, you won't be getting the social benefits until unless you get 191. Hope that helps you out figuring out 491 and 190. But both subclasses are pretty good to enter Australia. Let's go to the next question. All right, so Asadullah asking, how about 189 for accountants Victoria? Asadullah, chances 189 is not specifically for Victoria, it's 190. So 189, if you're going with, it's very hard because they are only inviting to 85 to 90 points at the moment. But if you're lodging at 190, there might be a chance, depends on which industry you're working as an accountant. If it's under STEM studies, Victoria has invited lots of accountants for offshore as well. So chances are good, but you need to have higher points like 80, 85, or 90. Let's go to the next question. Which Indian occupation considered to be high demand? Fukan, mechanical, electrical, biomedical. Biomedical is really good. mechanical, electrical, then industrial engineers are good as well, electronics, telecom, network engineer, telecom, all engineering are on a higher side. Only the electronics, because electronic comes into the pro rata for the previous, if you run through the rules and the skill select rounds, and also electronics on the lower side. But again, right now department has not given any segregation or any discrimination on the engineering occupations. All engineering occupations are good as far as the priority or high demand is concerned. Let's go to the next question. All right, so Alana or Fatima asking when we can we expect the next round? Hopefully in March, as I said. So this week or next week. That's what my predictions are. Because unfortunately, Fab they didn't invite anyone. So what I'm presuming that it's gonna be this week or next week for sure. Because they can't prolong for April or May. So hopefully you'll get the Victoria invite. Yeah. Let's go to the next question. Rami's asking, so what are the predictions for next year financial quota for PR? My engineer fields are preparing the Rami's. They will double the quota. That's what the immigration or Department of Home Affairs and Australian government has advised. So more prospect for next year. It's gonna keep going for another 1 or 2 years. So good opportunity for those who are engineers and they really wanted to migrate from overseas, especially from Pakistan and India, subcontinent. Applications are really, this is a golden chance. This year and the next year would be phenomenal. Let's go to the next one. And if my visa applied would be the at least okay. So Junaid, first of all, congratulations and thank you so much for giving us the podcast as well. Really appreciate the way you have explained the process and how you have come through us and all those the and how we have helped you out lodging the application and all. The process time would be from 3 months to 6 months. That's what the speculation is. But let's hope you get it earlier because you have done all the part. Your medicals are done as well. I've seen your email as well. So let's hope, hopefully within 3 months to 6 months time, that's the processing time for 491 and 190. Let's go to the next question. Mohammed Rishab asking, can you please explain a bit about? All right. Yes, Mohammed, definitely. So the phone 85 extensions are for those who have existing 485 visas, and those who belong to a certain list of occupations the department has given, or those who have done certain type of courses. So the course list you need to match from department, whereas so we have extensively put a post where we have put all the courses and a list into a separate post so you can run through that one. So if you fall under that one, your existing 485 holder and your visa has not expired until 1st July 2022, then you can 2023, sorry, then you can apply for 485 extension for another 2 years. This is how it works. And if you already have 3 years of visa, then you can apply for 1 year extension. Now, those whose visas are expiring earlier, they can apply for 2 years, 408, which I predicted since last 1 2 years that 408 would be there. You should apply and apply for those who have missed the professional year. They can do a professional year and they can increase your points for the permanent residency. So you have an option to go with 408 as well. Let's go to the next question. All right. So Ramiz is asking, is it mandatory to stay in a sponsored state after getting? You can move anywhere. Ramiz, it's a moral obligation to you. But yes, if you have got the 490 for a specific state, I would personally suggest to stay there. But again, department has no conditions on that one. You can move from any state to any state, depending on how you manage your things. But yes, as a moral obligation, you should stay in the same state which has given you the sponsorship. Let's go to the next question. Umar Abdal asking, is there any data available which shows upcoming rounds will happen? There's no specific data, but if you like, I can show you guys how we see the points and the rest of the data. So let's share the screen. All right. So let me just open up the list and I'll share the screen for you. So, all right, if you guys can see the screen, let me know that everybody can see the screen. So those who are with us, if they can thumbs up or put yes into the comment, at least I would know that you are able to see the screen. The screen I'm sharing at the moment. All right, so I believe everybody is seeing at the moment. So if you go to skill select invitation rounds to department, so if I have Googled, you will able to find this page. Now this page shows the current rounds. So the last round will happen in 8 December. So generally they do quarterly rounds. So 8 December, it's gonna be 8 Jan, 8 Feb, and 8 March. So this week or next week, most likely the invitation round should happen. So this is how we do. Now, if you can see here, you'll able to find how many people have got offshore minimum points, onshore, and same goes with phone 91. And this phone 91 is the family sponsorship, not the state. So this is 189 and phone 91 information all around here. This will lead to that which occupation comes on what points and what are our expectations or assessment based on the previous round. But again, since we are experts, we more likely give you a better idea that which occupation would go on a lesser points. Now, March is the round. March is the month where there should be an 189 rounds happening. So stay tuned, keep posted. You never know. Last time what happened, you have seen, we have got thousands and hundreds of invitation during the day, and when I woke up, I have plethora of invitations coming on my email ID, and I was completely shocked and surprised at what happened. So let's go to the next question. All right, so Amir Soil is asking, I have civil engineering draft person E165, what are the chances? Amir, 189 chances would be a bit lesser comparatively, but again, civil engineering draft person is a good occupation. Happened, I think the last round happened on low score 65, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 65. So you still have an opportunity, but again, if you crack another 5 more points, it's going to be better. Otherwise, you do apply state sponsorships. Don't wait for the 189 to happen. Do a state sponsorship 190s in order to have more chances rather than you miss that opportunity. Let's go to the next question. All right, Salman Iqbal asking, accountant with 0 years of experience can apply. Yes, you can for offshore, but again, since you know that South Australia is very much with the high profile and the good profiles and the competitive environment for the South Australia nomination applications are quite high, then I don't think so they would invite you if you have 0 years experience. But again, yes, you can. So you should not miss this out. You never know, South Australia, if they have a remaining quota left, they may invite you. So lodging an application won't hurt anything. South Australia generally asks you to lodge an ROI. If you're very confident that you should lodge an application, you can lodge an application and then we'll see how things go from there. Let's take a quick break. I know there are lots of other questions here. If you have any other friends who really wanted to ask more questions, tag them. I'm here for another more 15-20 minutes. We'll wrap up all the questions. So let's take a quick break, and after break, we'll take the remaining lot of questions. All right. Hello everyone. There's an interesting fact about the OET Occupational English Test. Department of Home Affairs will be accepting OET test if you combine 2 tests together to meet the superior or proficient English. This liberty is only given to OET test itself. So for instance, if you going with the PT or IELTS, you won't be able to get the same liberty, whereas for the OET, You can combine together, as I said earlier, to make it proficient or superior in order to get maximum points towards your general skill migration. Thank you. Alrighty. Let's take few more questions. Team, if you can put the next question in. Furkan asking how many mechanical engineer applications are currently on hand. Furkan, that we don't know, but we can definitely do a FOI that's called the Freedom of Information to Department. We'll see how many applications are currently on hand for 189. Good point. Team, if you can write this one, let's do the FOI and see what department has to say on this one. So please note this down. Hopefully next month, if they reply FOI quicker, generally it'll take 2-3 months to reply for FOI. But let's see how things go. We'll keep you posted on that one if we get any information. All right. So Alana Fatma is asking, can we get invitation for Victoria with 65 not being employed in nominal? If you're offshore, yes. Onshore, again, yes. Lots of occupations they are inviting if you're not working nominal occupation, but you need to work in a level 1 to 3. But if you're offshore, they can invite you. Shouldn't be any issues. But yes, your question answer is yes. You can definitely. But getting an invitation would be another task. But again, as I said, lots of invitations has been the client has got the invitations where they were not working. I have lots of offshore applications who we applied for IT professionals and they're not working in the nominated occupation as of now offshore. They still have got invites and lots of get approvals as well. Let's go to the next question. Amrisol asking, have civil engineering? I think we have already covered this one. All right, so Omar Abdal, please enlighten us regarding the NATI. I think the NATI is a body which does a CCL test. It's pretty much like the English proficiency test. You need to book it on their website. So if you go nati.org.au, I'll double check the website for you. NATI website, just give me a sec. Yes, nati.com.au, where you put CCL test, examination, book the test from there. I believe they're taking 3 to 4 months to give you the date, but if you get an earlier date, you can book that one. Fees around 800 to 900 AUD. It's expensive, and you must need to pass the test. So there is no score specific required, but you need to pass the test in order to grab 5 additional points. Let's go to the next question. All right, so we'll take another few more questions. Hardly 1 or 2 more, and then we'll wrap up this session because I have another meeting to catch up. But again, if you have any further questions, feel free to contact my team. I'm more than happy to answer in the next live as well. So let's take Furkan's one as of now. Accounting internal auditor, points 80, 10 years experience. Chances are good. Even 189 chances are better, and they can also apply to other states as well. Even they're offshore, chances are really good. I believe the 80 to 9%, I would say the chances that they may get invited here. All right. Any other questions? If you may have it, we still have another 5 minutes. So if any questions, you can put it right now. If you're all good, I would suggest to put on the comment box that I hope I have answered and you're all happy. All right. So Junaid Khan asking, my cousin is 42. Banking sector would be difficult, Junaid, because they are not in the priority. Not many occupations are available to go for. Financial institution managers there, but again, it's going to be really tough to get it from Metasis and then apply within the time frame. Because unlike yours, obviously we know which states we need to apply, but for him, it's going to be a bit difficult. So I won't personally suggest to pursue this profile, especially for banking sector. All right. So thank you so much, audience, to join us, watch us. I hope I have given the satisfactory answers to your queries. If you have any further questions, you have our email ID, you have a phone number, you can contact the team. You can book a paid appointment for us as well. And I'm more than happy to then guide you through run through the process and help you out getting the Australian permanent residency, uh, because the names matters to us, and that's where we are here. All the very best, and inshallah we'll speak soon. Have a good day.